All right, so we are sitting here on April 13th, April 14th, when this will be viewed. So we are trying to get through the filing deadline. Reminder, everybody, the mailing rule did change for payments. And so as you're viewing this, you need to cut a payment. If you're planning on mailing a check, you need to mail it because it's not going to be accepted if it's mailed on Wednesday. It could be late. So please sign up for an IRS account or mail your check early. The Department of Labor did issue a ruling last week in correspondence with President Trump's executive order about alternative investments for 401k plans. So they are trying to smooth out the rules and change that so you can invest in crypto, private equity, all these alternative investments, not just stocks and mutual funds. The Washington millionaire tax we've talked about a few weeks back is being challenged by the courts. These states continue to move forward to these millionaire tax, but people are either moving out of the state or, at least in Washington, they're challenging it as unconstitutional. The IRS did come out and expand the business accounts, so you can set up a business account to see what payments you've made, what notices you may have, etc. A business account traditionally has been for sole proprietorships, S corps and C corps. Now, tax-exempt entities and partnerships can now set up a business account. If you're going to set up a business account for a partnership, only the general partner or the managing member of the LLC can actually see everything. A limited partner could see limited data. They finalized the rules on tips last week and added a few more categories and clarified a few more things. So if you are Santa Claus or a caricature of a famous person, you can actually get tips. If you're an accountant, you still cannot get tips. And as a clarifying point on tips, we've talked about a bunch of different times. If there's a service charge or a mandatory fee on the bill, that does not qualify as a tip. Anything additional will qualify. Now, on the mandatory piece, that means you can't write it down to zero. So if they put a suggested amount in there and you can write in whatever you want, that's a tip. But if you put in, hey, there's a 10% service charge for the people in the back, that does not qualify as a tip. And that's about it for the week.